Well, it's no surprise that travel is down this summer, but many people will still be hitting the roads for the 4th of July. I spoke today with Doug Shoup from the Automobile Club of Southern California to get a closer look at the numbers and safety recommendations. Doug, it's so great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Peter. Nice to see you. Thanks for having me in.
First off, this is a very different summer compared to years past. How is travel now, and what are you expecting?
You're right. It is very different with the pandemic, but what we are anticipating is road trips will be the primary mode of transportation this summer. They usually are because taking a road trip is more economical for a family as opposed to purchasing the airline tickets. You just pack all the kids in the car and take that road trip. But what we're also finding is that this year, people just feel like they have more control over the situation in their own vehicles with their own family members. So we are projecting that here in the Pacific Coast region, which includes California, there will be 107 million trips of 50 miles or more away from home taken this summer. That's July, August, and September. The vast majority will be automobile travel. In fact, 102 million trips will be made by automobile, 3.3 million trips will be made by air, and then about 1.7 million trips will use another mode of transportation like a train, a bus, or even a cruise when those start operating again in September.
Put this in perspective for us, Doug. When was the last time we saw a major dip like this in travel?
Yeah, the overall travel volume of those 107 million trips this summer is expected to be about 17% lower than last summer. It's also the first time that we've seen a decline in summer travel since 2009 when we were coming out of that Great Recession. So it is going to be very different this year, but people still have that desire to do something. With the stay-at-home orders, a lot of people were stuck inside and stuck with the kids, and so they want to get out there and do something. But the important thing is to plan ahead. You always want to plan before a vacation, but even more this year, and always keep safety top of mind.
Absolutely. And for people who are going out and traveling, what are some of the top destinations that they're going to?
Yeah, we're hearing a lot of people, of course, with the beach closures that are happening and restaurant closures that are happening. A lot of people are wanting to experience the great outdoors. And we're so lucky to live here in Southern California where we're, just hours or at the most a day's drive away from some great natural destinations. We're talking about state parks and national parks, places like Bryce Canyon National Park in Utah, Monument Valley National Park in Utah and Arizona, Sedona, Arizona, Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks in Central California, Joshua Tree National Park.
I was just about to say, don't forget us.
You can't forget about Joshua Tree National Park, Grand Canyon, and then Yosemite National Parks. Keep in mind that some of the more well-known national parks like Yosemite and Grand Canyon may be really more crowded this summer than usual because that's kind of what comes top of mind. So think about some of the off-beaten path type parks or destinations, that you haven't gone to before. We have a great free website that people can use if they want to plan a scenic road trip, aaa.com/road trips. You can put in the city where you live or where you're heading to, and a drop-down menu will appear of scenic road trips from that city.
Of course, people are focused on health and safety right now, face coverings and everything like that, but we should also remember safety when it comes to our vehicles too.
Absolutely. We never want to break down on the side of the freeway, but especially during a pandemic. We want to get to our destination safely and on time. And the Auto Club is teaming up with America's Tire to help people stay safe on the road and always, keep that focus on tire safety. Things that you want to do, check that tire pressure very often when the tires are cool. Check the tire's tread depth with a reader, or if you don't have something like that, just use a quarter. Put that quarter in the grooves of the tire. If you see the top of Washington's head, then the tread is too low. It's time to replace that tire. Rotate the tires regularly, at least every 5,000 miles. Check the tires for uneven wear pattern on the side. Properly aligned and balanced tires, the wear should be spread across the width of the tire. And finally, don't overload your vehicle. Driving on underinflated tires with a lot of heavy weight in your vehicle is a disaster waiting to happen because it could cause a blowout while you're driving.
All right, Doug, it's so good to see you again. Thanking
Nice to see you. Yeah, have a safe holiday weekend.